Well, exciting stuff. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're live on your TV screens. 08391333728 if you want to give us a call. We're talking about getting your A game on, those health goals that we are setting for 2015. Dr. Darren Green, once again, a warm welcome to you in our studio. I think we're going to the phone lines already. We've got Isaac on the line from Johannesburg. Isaac, good morning. What's your question or comment to Dr. Darren Green?
How's it, Dr. Darren Green?
Yes, good morning to you.
Good, sir. I have a problem. I have a shortbread. I used to smoke, and then so I'm trying to quit the smoking life and then get my back shape, and then so because I have a shortbread, and then so I'm trying to run, and then sugars give me a problem because sometimes I can't breathe very well, and then so I'm trying to get back to Isaac because I'm losing Isaac. Yes, please, can you help me with that?
Thank you so much, Isaac, for your question. He says he's losing himself. Help.
He wants to find himself, and firstly, thanks for the braveness to get online and say that. I think the first thing for Isaac is he wants to quit smoking. There have been structural changes in the lung that always make it a bit difficult to quit, and then obviously to maintain the same amount of physical activity. I always say the old, well-known SMART method of goal setting and achieving things is important. The S being specific, so set specific goals, Isaac. Look at obviously starting your program and sticking to it rigorously by choosing off bite-sized chunks, not going too fast, obviously when you start with the load on your body. That's the first thing. The M is for measurable. Are these things measurable? Can you look at a graded response to how well you're doing? The A is, are they achievable goals? R for realistic. And the T, is there a time constraint? Does Isaac want to be able to run a 3 or 5 kilometer race within 3 months? So, be realistic about it with the amount of time he has to exercise. Set up an infrastructure around himself to exercise with friends or with people. It's much easier doing it with someone else than alone. It's tough to get up in the morning before work and hit the gym. And when you're tired after work at 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, it's much easier to go for a walk around the block with someone that cares about you, or someone that maybe you like very much.
I like that, but one thing you said caught my attention. Bite off little chunks. Don't do it all at once, and also give yourself time, because if you've been smoking, I guess you need to also recover from that.
Yes,
well
indeed.
done for quitting, by the way, which is excellent. What about mental health? I mean, how do we make sure that our mental health for the new year is almost on par with our physical health?
Yeah, I think a lot of people need to silence their inner critic, and a lot of the type A personalities, the go-getters out there, are driven, but they're driven to such a degree that they don't actually know where their limitations are. So they push this physical being to the edge. With that results, that results in a lot of health problems, etc. But things like a lack of sleep and fatigue and burnout and that kind of thing. Your mental health is based on your coping mechanisms to deal with stressful situations. So take more time out, have more wow moments where you set time aside to meditate, to be mindful of what your priorities exactly are in your life. We all need to reset the button sometimes and just remind ourselves what is important, who's important, and how much time to ascribe to those things.
Well, it's a new year, and we wish you only the best with whatever you attempt in 2015, especially when it's a health goal. Dr. Darren Green, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Did you hit any of the beaches this holiday?
I did indeed.
You did? Well, Katlego also is talking about some beaches that our Expresso team has been hitting. In fact, he's telling us what's coming up in the rest of the show.